So there are 3 mistakes in particular, although there are more, that will absolutely kill your performance. If you don't get a handle on these, if you don't identify these weaknesses if you're doing them and then work on correcting them, it's just going to be really hard to perform well consistently in matches. So that's what we're going over in this video coming up next. So before we jump into it, my name is Dave and this is Simplysoccer, where I'm creating videos every single week to help you improve your game and stand out on the pitch. I have a free ebook you can go get as well called Game Changer, 33 Ways to Do That. It's a 50+ page ebook, absolutely free, down below. Now let's jump right into this, starting in reverse order with number 3, and that is concentration. Now, I made a video recently on how to focus, and it was just a very brief video on going over how important this is, but you would be so surprised, and maybe you're not, maybe you're a player who falls into this because a lot of players do, how many players lose their concentration and focus in matches where they're thinking of something else, or they're overthinking, or they're not really staying tuned into the match. When you're staying tuned in and you're hooked in and you're in flow, you will always perform better. If you're scatterbrained, if you're getting nervous and worried, if you're thinking about other things, if you're switched off or going through the motions, you're not going to have good consistent performances, and it will again kill your performance. Even if you're a really good technical player, you're going to have spotty performances. Maybe you show what you can do in one match, and maybe you'll notice you were probably more tuned in during that match and more concentrated, and then go completely inconsistent in another. It really takes a really good level of concentration to play this game well, especially as you get up higher and higher levels. So it's something you can work on, and I would highly recommend that you do. In fact, in the comments of this, if this resonates with you, put "I am staying focused." Put that in the comments and start actually doing that. Work on it in your training, work on it in your matches, but if you start doing this in your training, you will bring those habits into your games as well. Number 2 is another very common one, and I'm sure you maybe noticed it in yourself or at least in a teammate or someone you've played with, and it's allowing frustration to take you out of the game. There are some players that will get so frustrated because they make a mistake or because something doesn't go their way, even something uncontrollable doesn't go their way, and they'll take themselves out of the game. They'll let their emotions get the best of them to the point where they're just kind of giving up and kind of just going around doing nothing or going through the motions, or they let it affect their performance because they get overly emotional and now they're making a ton of mistakes. This is something you have to learn. Let go of the mistakes in the moment. You can have a few moments to yourself, 3 seconds maybe, to kind of you see players in the professional level throwing their hands up, releasing the emotion, but then they're back into it, the top players. Ronaldo, you can see him doing that. Neymar sometimes do that. So top players do that, but then they hook back into the match. They get refocused, they stay calm after that, and then they're hooked back in so that they're not letting it affect their performance in a negative way. When it really comes down to it, when you are calm, you play better. So yes, it's okay to get frustrated, but aim to release it, analyze the mistakes you made after the game so you can work on them. Don't beat yourself up for them in game. Stay calm and you'll play better. So if you're enjoying this video so far, hit that like button. Now we'll move on to the first one, which is doubting yourself. A lot of these are tied together, but when you doubt yourself, you will not play well, even if you're a good player. I remember performances when I was in high school when I just had amazing performances and would score a hat trick because I had so much confidence in my ability, which allowed me to show what I could do and do things in a flow-based way. And then I had games where I was doubting my ability and I was missing simple passes or not taking a good first touch with a ball that wasn't even coming at me that quickly. That's how big a difference it can be. When you doubt yourself, you will make mistakes. It's inevitable. When you believe in yourself and you've worked on your confidence, you will play better every single time. It's how you actually start getting better and start performing consistently. For those of you that are in my product, Complete Soccer Confidence, my training program, you'll know what this feels like to just be able to step on the pitch, believe in yourself, and have good performances. If you want to check that out as well, you can look at it down below. But you need to develop belief in yourself. Confidence is a skill, not only from doing the physical work, training with the ball and everything else, but it's something you can build in a non-physical way as well. You want both. But when you are working on this, you get better at this, you start believing in yourself, you perform better and you will have much better performances. Now, I would go watch this video next. It's the video I mentioned earlier about focusing. It's very simple, but it's a good reminder. Watch it as many times as you need to just remember how important this is. It's a simple game, and when you work on the simple stuff often and do them well, you will be a really good player. So I would check that out next.